What's going on, y'all? It's Vannesia Darby here, and I am back with another video. Can we just get an amen, a round of applause for the consistency? I actually don't have a mug with me right now, but I will have that in the next video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I get questions sometimes from people that I know or even random people that I don't know on LinkedIn, and I love answering these questions in video format. So this video is going to be all about micromanaging. I'm going to put the question that I got on the screen so we can read it together. I just realized my boss is micromanaging me and I don't know how to tell her or if I should. I don't know if it's normal to have to send the manager a day-to-day list of all the things I'm working on, CC her on all my emails, and email her my work before submitting it anywhere. The most frustrating thing is that I do not feel involved or included in the bigger picture. My work feels tedious. I feel left out of most of the work because I'm not informed about what the meetings are about and why we have them. Woo, Chile. All right, let's break this down, y'all. Before I even get into the video, I want to give two disclaimers. One is that if there's anything illegal or unethical going on in your workplace, you have the benefit of going to human resources. They are there to protect you. So if you go to HR, make sure you have all your facts together. I also did a video on how to survive as a young woman of color in the workplace, and I will include that below, and also it's on my IGTV and my YouTube page. Speaking of being a young woman of color, the person who asked me this question was indeed a young woman of color. I'm answering this through the lens of a Black woman. Sometimes for us, the game is different, all right? I won't get into politics in this video, but comment below if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's break this down. Now, in order to make this as succinct as possible, I'm going to put these in 3 different categories. And for the purpose of alliteration, I'm gonna call it the 3 C's. We have context, communication, and clarity. Now for context, you want to adequately assess the entire situation, okay? You want to get your feelings out of it. Not that you can't show feelings and emotions at work, because you can, but you want to make sure that you understand what are the facts and what are your feelings. I once heard a person say, feelings are fleeting, they come and go. So you want to ensure that you're always acting from a place of rationale and not just a place of emotion, because your emotions could lie to you. When I'm hungry, I turn to a different person. Okay, so if someone offends me as I'm hangry, oh, it's on and popping. I don't want to take all of that into my work setting. So make sure that you understand what is the real offense. When I did some more digging with this person, I found out that their boss made them feel incompetent, and it was some of the actions that they did that drove them to that emotion. So I rerouted and say, hey, let's reframe this to actually attack the actions and not the emotions that the actions solicit. See the difference there? The second thing I want to say when it comes to context, you want to look at how long you've been at the organization. This person was entry level. They had been there less than 90 days. And so there are some things that you're going to have to do when you're brand new to the organization, because you just don't know. There's jargon that you don't know about. There's politics you don't know about. There's people that you have to shake hands and kiss babies with, COVID free, and make sure that you do all of that. So there are some things that you just don't know. So the time and also the actual offense were 2 things that I really wanted to address. Now, this person had one-on-one set up with their manager, so that was a perfect time to address some things that were happening in the workplace. Now, you can put this in an email, but I would highly suggest that you get off the email. My very first boss used to always tell me, pick up the phone, because people need to hear you smile. They need to hear and feel what you're saying, and sometimes email just doesn't capture it all. So if you have the benefit of having a Zoom meeting with your manager or even an in-person meeting with your manager, that's where you can address these issues, but you also want to ensure that you are super direct in what you're saying. And that brings me to my final point, the clarity. So when you go in to address your manager with the great communication, after you've already provided the context for the situation, you want to ensure you are very intentional about what you're saying. For this person, we actually went back and looked at the behavior that the manager was exhibiting and broke it down each item. For example, the CCing them on all the emails, we kind of ruled that out as that's just entry level, it just happens. But doing the day-to-day rundown of every single task, I said, hey, maybe you can suggest doing a weekly rundown versus a day-to-day rundown, and then have specific questions regarding the upcoming meetings in your one-on-one sessions. You want to follow up any type of face-to-face, phone call, Zoom call meeting with an email. And that is a suggestion that I personally say, because you want to make sure that you can track and measure success. And also, if anything is different, when the memory banks go a little left, you can pull up those receipts, baby, okay? You can say, nah, this is what we talked about, and you promised this, and you promised that. So if you are struggling with teaching your manager how to manage you, I hope that this provided a little bit of context. We can't get it all into it in a 5-minute video, but I hope they provide a little bit of context so that you can address the issue. We also, in the manager world, call this managing up. And the Harvard Business Review has a great, quick article. It ain't long, y'all. It got a great, quick article about managing up and how to get that process started. All right, so I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'll see you on the next one. And remember to always speak life. Peace.